Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so when it comes to Bleach Soul Resonance, leveling up your character is very, very crucial, as there are different means of doing so. So I kind of want to go over that. And obviously make sure that you are working on your set character with whatever team that you're running. And in this case, and in this instance, you're going to be focusing on, I guess, the main DPS. So as you guys can see with what I'm doing, my Ichigo is on the edge of 40k. I will talk about on how I can actually get that. It's a bit of an RNG play, but it is possible. Or I could just wait until I level up and make it so that I can progress my characters even further. That's just a given, of course, but there are ways to, as of right now, where I've got nothing to do to progress him, when in reality, yes, I do have something that I can do to progress him, so I'll go over that in just a second. Right now, I'm kind of working on Byakuya. I should be able to get him to 25k power level. I'm still working on a few more things for him. He is not complete, and obviously, as I've mentioned, this is one of the character that obviously you want to work on. If you have Ikaku, work on him. Definitely not a character to be slept on. I would say second best DPS in my complete honesty in terms of with him, and then Ichigo being first. And also on top of that, it's just kind of staying ready for when I pull Tozen, because then it's going to be an absolute mayhem. And plus, if I get Urahara, I can straightforward just have Ikaku, Urahara, and Uryu together. That would be my team comp, if I'm being completely honest. So once I pull Urahara, it does open up for Ikaku. I need Yoruichi. I don't really want to run Komamura with anyone else, to be fair, because I'm not a big fan of his battlefield, so we'll leave him be. But I'm just going to quickly throw this up here. So obviously this was my last tier list that I did. I do need to change it. I need to put S+ in there. I need to put Tozen and Ikaku into S+. Hitogai needs to go to SS, and Momo will go down to A. And I think for the most part, Momo's going to go down to A, and I think that's how I would change things. Plus, this also will give you then a good idea on obviously characters to look out for that you want to work on and that you want to build up, of course. So again, for the most part, the way I kind of go down is main DPS will always be focused on, then your battlefield user, then your support. That's kind of the list. Now, unless you pull Urahara, that switches up everything, because Urahara is an overall support unit, and effectively he also has some good damage behind him. So, but for the most part, yeah, Urahara is kind of like an exception to be like, you should work on him as a prio. But that's kind of how the structuring will work in terms of on who you want to build up. That, and obviously just look at the team comp that you're running. So for the most part, the team comp that I'm running is the Sash team, and so I am working down the list. I'm making sure Ichigo is prio. When he's done, I'm then going into the battlefield user, and then the support will be last. So when I pull Urahara, I can go all in on him, because these two boys will be at a good standing. So just kind of focus on your main team. Now, if your main team is a lower tier team, for example, let's say you're utilizing Rukia, Uryu and whatnot, I would say leave them to second to third in terms of prio. Just cater to the high rarity, because of course once you get the well, no, Rukia will be for the Hitsugaya team. I've just done a video on her, so if you are working on her, then yeah, fair play. She would be a bit of a prio ahead of time, so that way you've got your battlefield skill user for the spirit team ready to rock and roll. To be fair, when it comes to the lower rarity, Nemu, Rukia, and Yachuru are like the main three, I would say, that you just need to kind of be concerned of in terms of building up for their typing, and then Uryu is kind of like the alternative that would follow behind. Unless you want to work on everyone else, that's completely up to you, but that's what I would prior for the SRs, if I'm being completely honest. But again, make sure that your attackers are being worked on. Now, in terms of working on a character with what you can do, as per usual, leveling them up. Now, of course, as you level up your account, so once I get to level 40, I can progress into level 60. You will get level increase. So obviously, that's a given. That's how you can furthermore increase your character's power level and just get them more stronger. When it comes to weapons, again, same story as leveling up your character, leveling up your account. As you progress your account level, you can furthermore level up the character's weapon, the sword in this case. And when it comes to the weapon card, the weapon card that the character has, so for example with this Ichigo card right here, it will give him more in terms of stat-wise and power-wise. If I switch this out now for Urahara's weapon card, just curious to see, do I get the same stats? Because this will also help my case also. Does it give the same stats? I think it did, right? Yeah, so if I go back over to Urahara, get the same stats applied. There we go. I'm losing 5k right there. So the weapon stamp card that is designed for that character, again, stick it on them. It's it's designed for them, and yeah, you'll gather way more power from that. And again, the card is designed for them, so of course you're going to benefit from the card itself with what it does. So that's just again a bit of a given. So eventually, once you get their card, stick them on, and that also goes for SRs, by the way. So yes, as per usual, make sure that you are leveling up the character's skills, making sure that their passives is fully unlocked once you get to that specific level, and if you are able to enhance it as per usual. Again, a bit of a given. Now, I don't really need to explain this, but if you pull dupes, of course it will give you a massive increase in power. It's just about it's like stating the obvious. So if you manage to get dupes over here, so obviously with my Ichigo, there's a reason why my Ichigo is practically at 40k, and you know the game's only been out for what, a day, 2 days. Day one maxed him out, so of course he's going to be an absolute monster and have high power level. But if you manage to get dupes on his weapon, dupes of the character, dupes on the stamp card, they will generate the highest amount of power level increase. So yeah, again, that's just a bit of a given, but it's just how it is. It's just how it is. So, now, one of the biggest ways which we have, well, I guess somewhat control over, is the stamp cards. Obviously, if you are lucky enough, you can actually get multiple copies of this, and again, this will be, I guess, in a free-to-play manner, the biggest way how majority can actually progress their character's power level. So obviously, I've got 3 of Ichigo stamp card. If you do have the battle pass, by the way, you can actually gather the material which will give you 5 of these, so you can actually selectively dupe up whatever card that you want, of course. So just an FYI, that's from the battle pass, by the way, so just an FYI. But once again, it works in the same manner as I spoke about with the weapon card. So obviously, clearly you want to apply on the card that is designed for the character, just makes sense. But yeah, stamp cards is going to be, as I said, the best way to really progress your character in terms of power level, stat increase, yeah, all that good stuff. Now, in comes the gear set. Now, it's kind of, again, a bit of self-explanatory. When you do have the higher rarity of these gear sets, you will get the most from them in terms of getting a huge increase in power level. Now, one thing which I was unaware of was that I also did a little few testing, because again, I've been building up so many Ichigos, and I just managed to build this one up, which was catering more so for the critical hit rate, critical hit damage. And it seems that with offensive stats that are lucky enough getting boosted, actually effectively give him more in his power. So if I switch that out and put on the one I had previous, I think it was this one. I think. Let me have a look. Was it this one? Yeah. So from what I'm gathering with my Ichigo and what I've been focusing on is that with offensive stats getting increased, like attack power, crit, and whatnot, I was gaining more from that, which is weird because I've played previous games where I think it's HP. If you get more on the HP for the gear set, it actually further progresses the character's power level. But I've already tested that, and it took me down a lot, to be fair. So in the case of again, I don't fully have confirmed it. It's just what I've been doing with the small amount of testing with Ichigo specifically. When it comes to me getting lucky and getting pluses on my attack power, critical hit damage, all that good stuff, basically offensive power, my stat has been going up. So gear set wise, it's going to be more of a play around room, and just you know, attempts after attempts after attempts, rolls after rolls after rolls, and hopefully getting the correct substats that is getting boosted. So I got an attack +2 on this one, of course. So that's kind of the situation with the gear set. So the gear set, of course, the stars matter with if it's a 3-star or 4-star, that's just a given, and the levels that you put into them. But on top of that, the substats that get the plus and the substats that you have on the gear effectively also matter to help progress the character with not only their stats, but again, overall power level. So yeah, that's something to kind of, again, if you've got nothing more to do and you're chilling, yeah, go back into the gear, grind some up, level it up, hopefully get some good substats requiring for that character, and then hey, you never know. So that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm currently. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm just running some gear runs, and I'm just trying to get some more attack power increase with some crit damage, because his kit itself already provides a ridiculous amount of critical hit rate increase, and I'm trying to push for that 40k before I level up to 40 and progress my characters even more. That's the goal. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over, just kind of go over the leveling and whatnot. Again, for the most part, I feel like we're all kind of on the ball and we kind of understand, but there are a few things that we can actually do to progress the characters, especially if you want to do it in a free-to-play manner. In a free-to-play manner, predominantly this is going to be your baby when it comes to you having control. It's just with the stamp card you do need some RNG play, but that will be huge in terms of increasing your character's stats and power level, of course. But once again, in terms of who to work on, again, attack, battlefield, support. That's what I've been doing, and as of right now, I'm just kind of powering through with the slash team. Where is it? So yeah, I've done thrust, I'm on 5, 6, I'm on slash. So I'm just basically trying to get everything to 5, and then I'll do everything going over to 10. And then I'm just going to do it in successions of 5, basically. So that, and obviously if you can get to 3 minimum, then you can gather some more tickets, which is very nice. So yeah, Ichigo's literally just spanking everyone. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so that's just going over when it comes to leveling up characters and how you want to go about it. But by all means, work on your main squad, and then when you're in that rest phase, I would say work on like characters such as, like, for example, with myself, Ikaku. Like currently right now, I'm actually starting Rukia because I'm preparing for Hitsugaya. But like in a situation where Urahara pulls up or Tozen pulls up, that makes it so that my Ikaku is ready to go. So make sure you're working on your main squad, and then in the rest period, just work on, I would say more so on the broken characters. So yeah, Yoruichi if you have a Byakuya. I mean, well then again, yeah, if you're a Byakuya, it's just a given that you would resort to that, because once you have a good slash team, you would instantly resort to that, since that's the best team right now we have in game. Yeah, but once again, need to make an additional tier in between SS and S to put the 2 thrust users in there. Hitsugaya will go to SS, and then Momo I would push for A. So need to update that, but I'll update that at a later time when Hitsugaya releases, because I'm sure he's going to be SS. But I want to get my hands on him and give him a full go and just double, triple make sure that they haven't changed him. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll end it there. All the best on your grind, and yeah, see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.